it's time for our main event of the evening. 5 rounds of fighting for the UFC Featherweight Championship. Aldo McGregor!
And pursue this dream of becoming a world champion in mixed martial arts, and that's what I did. I drove home. When I got home, my mother and father said, "How come you're not?"
In August 2014, Conor MC Gregor was not yet the global name we know today. He was loud, confident, and undefeated in the UFC. But to many fans and analysts,
I'm sitting in my house watching the millions go up.
He was still just another rising prospect with a big mouth. He had potential, but potential alone does not make a superstar. What separated Conor from the rest had yet to be proven on the biggest stage. That proof came in less than 1 minute. One fight, one moment, and one perfectly timed strike changed the direction of Conor MC Gregor's life forever. It didn't just elevate his career. It transformed him into a worldwide phenomenon and altered the business of mixed martial arts itself. This is the story of the fight that turned Conor MC Gregor into a global superstar.
We met at a friend's party like way back, and then the usual social media, a little bit of a like here and a like.
Before the sold-out arenas, luxury watches, and headline-grabbing interviews, Conor MC Gregor lived a very different life. He grew up in Dublin, Ireland, far away from the glamour of professional sports. For years, he trained relentlessly at Straight Blast Gym, Ireland under coach John Kavanagh, chasing a dream that most people around him did not fully understand. At one point,
Who was in his way?
Conor was living on government welfare, struggling financially while dedicating every ounce of his energy to fighting. He wasn't chasing fame. He was chasing belief. Belief that he could become the best in the world, even when the world had no reason to believe in him yet. This background shaped Conor's mentality. He didn't just want to win fights. He wanted to be undeniable.
Whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone.
Talent without certainty. When Conor MC Gregor entered the UFC in 2013, he immediately caught attention. His debut victory over Marcus Brimage showcased his sharp striking and aggressive confidence. The performance ended in a knockout, and the crowd responded instantly. There was something different about him. Subsequent fights against Max Holloway and Diego Brando showed his versatility and toughness. He could strike, grapple, and adapt under pressure. Still, questions remained. Max Holloway was young at the time, and Brando, while dangerous, was inconsistent. Critics wondered whether Conor's confidence would hold up against truly elite competition. He was exciting, but excitement alone doesn't make legends. That uncertainty set the stage for UFC 178 on August 30th, 2014.
This solid gold pocket watch. 3 people died making this watch, you know what I mean?
The UFC matched Conor MC Gregor against Dustin Poirier, a respected and battle-tested fighter. Poirier was experienced, durable, and well-rounded, with wins over high-level opponents. To many observers, this fight represented a reality check for Conor. If MC Gregor struggled or lost, the hype would collapse. If he won convincingly, everything would change. Leading up to the fight, Conor was calm and calculated. His trash talk was still there, but behind it was a quiet confidence. In interviews, he spoke less about insults and more about timing, precision, and visualization. He described seeing the finish in his mind before it happened. This wasn't arrogance, it was intention.
I'm gonna come in, approach, and try and make the fight ugly. But as you can see, sitting here next to me, Ryan, I'm just too damn pretty.
The energy inside the arena was electric. As Conor MC Gregor made his walk to the octagon, the crowd erupted. Irish fans filled the building, chanting his name as if he were already a champion. The moment felt bigger than a regular co-main event. From the opening seconds, it was clear Conor was completely locked in. His movement was light and controlled. His posture was relaxed. His eyes never left Dustin Poirier. There was no panic, no hesitation, only focus. Then, almost instantly, the moment arrived. The fight.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Conor timed him perfectly. A clean left hand landed flush on Poirier's jaw. The impact was immediate and devastating. Poirier collapsed to the canvas, stunned and defenseless. Conor followed up with precise strikes, forcing the referee to step in and stop the fight. Just 46 seconds had passed. There was no debate, no controversy, no survival. Conor MC Gregor had dismantled a top contender with surgical precision. The arena exploded.
I say it how I want to say it, yeah? You're stiff as a board. I'd snap you in half.
And the reaction was instant and overwhelming. Commentators struggled to process what they had just seen. Fans stood in disbelief. Social media flooded with clips of the knockout, replayed from every angle. But Conor wasn't done making a statement. Standing in the center of the octagon, he delivered a line that would become legendary. "I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over." That sentence spread across the sports world within hours. It wasn't just a quote. It was a declaration. From that moment on, Conor McGregor was no longer just a talented fighter. He was a headline.
Serious. This is what big Irish balls look like.
This victory meant more than another win on Conor's record. It answered every remaining question about him. Could he handle pressure? Yes. Could he defeat elite competition? Absolutely. Could he deliver when expectations were at their highest? Without hesitation. The way he won mattered just as much as the win itself. He didn't grind out a decision. He didn't survive a war. He ended the fight instantly, with confidence and control. That efficiency made people pay attention.
Unbeaten for 10 years.
I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro.
In the days following UFC 178, Conor McGregor dominated headlines. Sports networks replayed the knockout repeatedly. Analysts debated whether they had just witnessed the birth of the UFC's next megastar. Casual fans, people who didn't regularly follow MMA, started asking about him. Who was this Irish fighter? Why was everyone talking about him? Why did he sound so sure of himself? The fight didn't just boost Conor's popularity, it expanded the UFC's audience.
One king gets old. He starts getting sloppy. He starts stagnating.
Behind the scenes, the UFC recognized what they had. Conor McGregor wasn't just winning fights. He was creating moments that people remembered. Ticket sales increased. Merchandise flew off shelves. Pay-per-view interest grew. Most importantly, Conor brought personality into a sport that was often marketed purely on competition. He gave fans a story to follow, a character to invest in, and a reason to care beyond the outcome of a single fight. This fight marked the moment the UFC began building events around Conor, rather than simply placing him on cards. For Conor himself, this fight was validation. He had spoken for years about visualization, belief, and mindset. This was the moment when belief became reality. After defeating Poirier, Conor no longer fought with doubt. He fought with certainty. That psychological edge became one of his greatest weapons. Opponents weren't just facing a skilled striker. They were facing someone who genuinely believed he could not lose. That belief changed how he moved, how he spoke, and how he competed.
Kind of flaunting it in people's faces.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work.
Everything that followed in Conor McGregor's career traces back to this moment. Title shots, main events, record-breaking pay-per-views, historic fights, global fame. Without this fight, there is no rapid rise, no unstoppable momentum, no takeover. This was the ignition point, the night the trajectory changed forever. Years later, this fight is still remembered as the moment Conor McGregor arrived. It represents the exact intersection of preparation, opportunity, and execution. Dustin Poirier would go on to rebuild his career and become one of the most respected fighters in the sport. But on this night, Conor's destiny took a different path, one that led to superstardom. This fight didn't just shape a career, it reshaped the sport. Every legend has a moment when potential becomes undeniable. For Conor McGregor, that moment lasted just 46 seconds. One punch turned belief into reality. One fight turned a prospect into a phenomenon. And from that night forward, the fight game was never the same. Because sometimes, it only takes one moment to change everything. If you enjoy stories about the moments that define fighters' lives, there are many more waiting to be teed.